Hello there, YouTube. Again. Well, I don't usually do theme shows, but I thought tonight would be a good excuse to do one. So tonight we're going to touch on loneliness. Which is at the centre of this latest literary masterpiece that I've found. Actually, no, it was sent to me by a friend of mine. It's, I don't actually know what it's called, but it's about Garfield and his owner. It's very well written. It's actually, for the first few paragraphs, you really feel it. And you identify with John, his name is. After about this far down the page, it starts to get very scary, so I'll just... Actually, before I start... What do you think? Not bad, hey? Pretty good. Alright. Here we go. This is hurting my head, actually. John hung up the phone with a sigh. This was the third time this week his date had called and cancelled. Well, it looks like another night at home with the TV, he said aloud as he slumped down into his favourite easy chair. Or easy chair. He had to let out a little laugh at this, as he was the perfect embodiment of the phrase, all dressed up and nowhere to go. He loosened his polka dot bow tie and took off his brown sport jacket, flinging it in the corner without a second thought. Not like I'll need it soon anyway. Picking up the remote, he drifted slowly out of complete consciousness, aware of himself but moving more out of muscle memory than anything. He grabbed a handful of chips and stopped on the late movie. It was always on after Johnny Carson. He knew the schedule by heart at this point. Years upon years of lonely nights spent in the exact same manner. This is what I'm talking about, see, The old fuzzy screen was lit up with big letters displaying the title, Brain-Eating Monsters from Outer Space. Standard movie for the late night slot. Aliens come to Earth, kidnap buxom woman, square-jawed hero saves the day. As the movie started, John's tabby cat Garfield sauntered into the room with a ham sandwich in his hand. Finishing it off, he stretched and climbed onto John's lap to join him. Clown suit didn't attract any ladies, what a surprise, said Garfield nonchalantly as he watched the movie. Very funny, Garfield. John picked up his hand and slowly stroked Garfield's back, getting a resounding purr from the happy cat. John was of course correct, and onto the screen walked a chesty, distressed blonde with all the acting skills of an oak tree. She wasn't a great looker, but she had a body to kill for. As John watched the movie, he started thinking about how long it's been since he's felt the touch of a woman, felt the soft caress of her hands, felt the warm sensation of a good fuck. I didn't make that up. That's on there. I wonder if this is what a woman's hair feels like. What kind of woman is he? Yeah. He pondered as he pet his cat. It was so small, so soft, so... alive. Without even noticing at first, John felt a slow rising in between his legs, and his penis, that's in capital letters, started to grow and stiffen until it was at full mass. Garfield jumped and looked up at John with the grimace of disgust usually saved for child molesters and rapists. Yep. Garfield, I was just thinking about... And as he tried searching for an explanation, he asked himself, What so, my cat just made a noise, this is really bad. He asked himself, what was I thinking about? John, I don't know what the fuck that was, but you stay away from me, do you hear me? This is John. It's just been so long since I've been with a woman and I thought... Garfield, I know what you fucking thought and it's not happening. No, Garfield, it's not that, he said with a sliver of doubt. Was that it? Would he go so far as to... No, I couldn't. That'd be sick, but maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's just like a real woman. I'm leaving, John. I'm going right now. I don't care what you have to say. But John didn't say anything. Instead, he walked solemnly over to the front door and bolted it shut, with a devious grin on his face. He slowly approached the wide-eyed shaking cat that was about to become his slave. This is odd. John scooped up his cat, frozen in fear and confusion, and carried him, kicking and clawing, to the couch. As he held down his head with one hand, he started to undo his buckle and slide down his slacks. Maybe somebody could tell me what that is. Do they mean pants? I mean, let's say pants. At the sight of this, Garfield thrashed even harder to get away, but John just held tighter. Once John had gotten his pants off, his dick was so hard that the blood made the tip of his penis turn purple. He flipped over Garfield, still screaming and clawing, and positioned himself behind him. As John lifted up the cat's tail, he saw his last chance to stop whiz by. He was past the point of no return now. He carefully took one last look at his cat's puckered butt, and with all the grace of a mongoloid in a china shop. I think they mean bull, because mongoloid, that's kind of offensive. Yeah, that's past the line, that is. Yeah, with all the grace of a mongoloid in a china shop, thrust himself into Garfield's ass. Garfield let out a wail as throngs of pain shot through his body, and he could feel himself being violated. By this point, John was fully inside him, and reaming him mercilessly. John could feel Garfield's ass hugging his dick while he moved back and forth. He had forgotten what a woman felt like, but by this point, that meant nothing to him. He was fucking his own cat in the ass. As John rocked back and forth, his movements started quickening and he tensed up. As he held down his still thrashing cat, he let two big strings of cum into Garfield's ass. When he pulled out, he could see it dripping onto his fur. It's nice that they smelt that out for us. Just, John sat there, breathing heavily, while he crawled to the corner and lay whimpering. He looked over at Garfield, knowing there would be no way to ever look at him again. He had burnt that bridge when he stuck his dick up his ass. Garfield, But Garfield didn't say anything. He didn't even look. He got up on trembling knees and walked out the door without taking anything. He was gone. John let slip a single tear and went to the bathroom to wash up. All alone. Touching stuff, isn't it? I mean, I actually like the way that story starts. It sounds like a typical episode of Garfield, doesn't it? He's alone. The girl dumped him. Garfield walks in. John fucks Garfield. That's where it all goes wrong, I think. But yeah, it's actually decently written. It's pretty good. And yes, loneliness. It's bad. Loneliness bad. I'm just watching my cat. I've got this new bed and she's climbing around on it. It's really bad timing. I should have got her out of here before I made this video, I think. Because my bed is now so high that she doesn't know how to get down from it. Anyway, I think that's it. I actually, I've got a live journal now. I thought, might as well get one, And it's a bit condescending, this site, because I cue the picture now. It says, you haven't got any friends or something like that. Yeah, why don't you make some more? You've only got 2 friends, what's wrong with you? And I was like, hang on a minute. Just because I've only got 2 friends on LiveJournal on the internet doesn't mean I'm completely useless. So I got friends. I have friends somewhere around. I don't see them very often, maybe once every 2 months. 3 months. Small chips, really, isn't it? I mean, I see them. I've got lots of friends. Here comes somebody now. I'm not totally alone. I've got my brother, Paul. He's a friend.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Fuck off.
I'm just telling. I'm just telling everybody that I'm not completely alone in the world. And that I'm not as lonely as the dude in my Garfield story. Just that I just read out right now. And,
You've got the cat here.
I've got the cat. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Come here, Rogue. If Rogue knew what was in the story just now. She is.
He's got a sexual bitch. Sorry to interrupt.
That's alright. See, there you go. I've got lots of friends. Lots of people around me. I'm not lonely. I've got lots of people in my life. Yeah, lots of friends. I got everything. Oh, everything I could ever want.